4 seasons of monsters and emotional dragons, we've reached the end. No, not just a final episode, but a last season split into 3 drops, ending Hawkins' story at year's end. The episodes will be released in parts, on November 26th, then December 25th, then the final episode on New Year's Eve. That release pattern is no accident. It's an announcement of a big endgame the studio wants you to keep thinking about every holiday. Today, we'll unpack the entire 5th season. What viewers should expect, where the strengths lie, and where the finale might betray us. I'll also give you 3 strange behind-the-scenes facts that could change how you see the last scene. Quick summary: what do we actually know? In short, Season 5 is the final season, made up of 8 episodes released in 3 batches. 4 on November 26th, 3 on December 25th, and the finale on December 31st. Filming wrapped in December 2024, and post-production is still underway, but the timeline looks set for a fall release, according to the creators. Some sources talked about a theatrical release for the finale, then later statements softened or denied that, so reports conflict on whether the final episode will also play in cinemas in a big version or remain exclusive to Netflix. Keep that in mind when planning video promotion. Why does the audience care? I'm not saying people will watch purely out of nostalgia. No, the reason is the show built its audience on 3 things: beloved characters, a retro/fear mix that pulls in multiple generations, and an ending that's been teased since Season 1. So, Season 5 isn't just a dramatic ending, it's a cultural event, which explains the holiday-centered release. It's a rollout that asks your family to choose between dinner or diving into the end of the world. Both sad choices in their own way. Acting and the returnees. Who's coming back? What to expect from performances? Almost all the stars are back. Winona Ryder, David Harbour, Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, and others, and the extended cast includes big new names. Big players mean emotional moments can carry real weight, but a practical warning: any long, dense season can result in dragging patches in the script, times when the audience gets lost in the sheer number of characters instead of focusing on one coherent story. Imagine they add a long scene of people reminiscing about VHS. Sure, our crowd will laugh, but the episode might lose its pulse. Expected plot. Early leaks and the details that have surfaced point to several key items. A time jump to autumn 1987. The possible continuation of Jim Hopper's role and time-related mechanics, or something similar. And Max's condition possibly remaining critical according to recent rumors. There are also reports of a military occupation of Hawkins and developments in Eleven's powers, all building on Season 4's structure and raising the narrative stakes. But watch out. Leaks can be wrong or exaggerated. What matters is how these elements translate into genuine dramatic moments. Will we get a real emotional confrontation or a string of overlapping nostalgia vignettes? What to expect visually? The artistic authenticity here is strong. The season was made with spectacle in mind. New cinematography techniques were mentioned by the crew, and one member even said each episode is treated like a short film. That means stronger shots, heavier effects, and possibly POV moments that make the monsters scarier. But beware, overdoing the cinematic shot can undermine narrative judgment if the visuals aren't aligned with the emotions. 3 important behind-the-scenes facts. Early-ish wrap, filming finished in December 2024, which gave the team more time to work on effects. And that seems to be why they're confident about a 2025 release. Budget and production scale. There are reports that each episode was written and handled like a film. The heavy expenditures make you expect high-end visual outputs, but money doesn't always guarantee a good script. Dispute over theatrical exhibition. Reports floated that the finale might get a limited theatrical run. Then official statements suggested Netflix leans toward platform-only release. This point shows the tension between staging a cinematic event and streaming profitability. Save this, it will affect how audiences receive the finale. A quick joke. In short, they finished filming, spent a lot of money, and argued about whether to make people buy a ticket or just slip it into their mega player. Where the season can go wrong and why? Narrative crowding. With so many characters and open threads, the risk is that climactic moments become a crowd of events instead of a single, rising arc. Nostalgia overdose. When nostalgia becomes a veneer for a mere review, the show loses its dramatic mercy. Cheap fixes, the temptation to resolve everything with an easy symbol or magical plot device, will leave viewers angrier,